I'm Karen Pedalino. We have 3 children. We've got Angelina, who's 9, Jonathan, who's 7, and Charlie, who's 2. Because the fact that my husband and I are both nurses and we work shifts, the childcare hours are quite inflexible to our needs, especially with the older 2 children. Before and after school care don't start early enough, and they finish too early for us to pick them up. Our nanny's Natasha, and she's been with us for 11 months now. We have Natasha 2 days a week. She's great. She comes in at 6 o'clock in the morning, she gets the kids up, makes them breakfast, lunch, dinner, does their washing, plays with Charlie, they do art and walk to the park, and she's fantastic at doing age-appropriate things with the different children. We receive in-home care funding that's facilitated by Susan Rogan, which means because of our unusual work hours, we require childcare outside of normal hours.
My name is Belinda, and my husband Stuart and I have a gorgeous little boy called Louis, who is almost 12 months old. I returned to work after 6 months of Louis being born, and I just wanted a little bit more one-on-one care for him, being such a little man. We actually nanny share with another family. Jules, our nanny, is absolutely beautiful. She was the perfect candidate for us. I know that the kids love her simply because when Jules arrives, there's smiles and giggles and laughs, and you can genuinely tell that they enjoy her company and that they're trusting of her. And again, as a new mum, that's a really important attribute for someone to look after my kid.
My name's Rachel Gatehouse. I have 2 children, Claude and Alfie, who's 2 and 4, and my husband. We moved to Melbourne about 18 months ago, fairly unexpectedly. We looked around for childcare for my then 1-year-old and 3-year-old, and needless to say we couldn't get in anywhere, especially for the 1-year-old. But in hindsight I'm really glad that that happened, because it meant that we went ahead and looked for a nanny.
Well, Susan Rogan, I know, has a reputation as being #1 nanny agency in Melbourne.
So when I contacted Susan Rogan, they sent someone straight out to our place within a couple of days. I mentioned that I just got a role, and so I needed a nanny fairly urgently.
We ended up contacting Susan Rogan with only a week of needing a nanny before I went back to work, and Susan Rogan was absolutely spot on, attentive. They did everything that they could to get us a nanny within that week, and it was a pretty big ask.
They were recommended because of their professionalism, and also because they provided in-home care funding spots.
They have completely met every single one of our expectations, and not only has Jules made our life easier, but they did as well.